Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Tom.
It's our travel unit. Yay. Most of us this time of year, it's getting hot. You know, we all kind of need a vacation. It seems like most of our vacation days, public vacation days in Taiwan, are located in the colder part of the year, right? But Tom, I'll be honest, when it gets hot in Taiwan, I want to get out of Dodge. If you get out of Dodge, it just means you escape somewhere. And sometimes I get tired of the heat and I want to go somewhere else. Now, going to Phuket Island, you're still going to be experiencing heat, but there's a lot of water activities that are available. And if you stay in a resort, there's lots of nice AC or air conditioning too.
I'm not really into resorts. I went to Thailand many years ago, and I mainly hung out in Bangkok and Chiang Mai and places like that. But, to each his own. If you like mountains or cities or whatever, you can go there. And, of course, if you enjoy the beach and an island in a tropical paradise, well, Phuket might be for you. And that's what we've been talking about so far in our lesson. So let's learn some more about some things to check out in Phuket. Let's listen to today's lesson now from top to bottom.
Aside from beaches, Phuket is home to an array of exciting attractions. One must-see landmark is the Big Buddha, an enormous statue sitting majestically on top of Knackered Hill. This 45-meter-tall marble monument not only offers spectacular photo opportunities, but also provides a peaceful retreat from the bustling beaches below. If you're an animal lover, don't miss the Phuket Elephant Sanctuary, where you can learn about and interact with rescued elephants in a safe and ethical environment. For those who enjoy adventure, there are plenty of thrilling activities like zip lining and rock climbing. And if you love shopping, head to the night markets to find unique souvenirs and indulge in delectable street food. Speaking of food, Phuket is a foodie's paradise. The island is celebrated for its delicious Thai cuisine, and you'll find a wide variety of dishes to satisfy your taste buds. Don't leave without trying some tom yum soup, a spicy and sour Thai specialty. Pad Thai is another classic you can find in nearly every restaurant, with its stir-fried rice noodles and perfect balance of sweet, salty, and sour flavors. For dessert lovers, mango sticky rice is a must-try local delicacy that combines sweet ripe mangoes with coconut-flavored sticky rice. And of course, no visit to Thailand is complete without coconut ice cream, a refreshing treat that's perfect for the hot weather. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and get ready to embark on an unforgettable adventure to Phuket Island. Let the magic of Phuket captivate your senses and leave you longing to return. Okay, guys, aside from beaches, what else can you do? Well, it says here that Phuket is home to an array of exciting attractions. An array of just a measure word. It's a large group of something or a collection of something. I have a wide array of plants, house plants in my apartment. Some people like to collect art or stamps, and they have a wide array of different types of things that they collect. It's the same kind of thing, just has differences within that group. Well, one of the things you can do that's exciting, one of the attractions in Phuket, is a must-see landmark, and it's called the Big Buddha. I did see this. It's pretty amazing. It's an enormous statue. It's very, very big, and it sits majestically on top of Knackered Hill. So if it's a landmark, it's something really quite famous, something that city or town or country is known for. A famous landmark in Taipei, at least, is Taipei 101, which I use quite frequently when I'm lost. If I'm, especially at night and I don't know which direction to go, I look for 101 and then I can guide myself from there. So landmarks are also very helpful that way. Now, the Big Buddha is described as being majestic, sort of kingly, very impressive, quite big. And how big is it, Tom? What do they say here?
They say it's 45 meters tall, so it's also being described as a marble monument. Now, remember, when you talk about the height of something, you could say it's 45 meters tall. But here, if you're using this as an adjective, then you put those hyphens in there and don't put an S at the end of meter. So it's a 45-meter tall statue, a 45-meter tall monument. It's a 10-day trip. It's a 20-degree day or whatever. This, again, is a marble monument, which is quite big and something that people notice from afar.
You can also substitute tall with high. This 45-meter high marble monument not only offers spectacular photo opportunities, of course you want to take your photos, but also provides a peaceful retreat from the bustling beaches below. Sometimes if you want to get away from the crowds and just be out in nature, this is more of the kind of place you want to go to. A monument can be a statue or a building. It's usually built to honor someone or something that's really important, maybe in history. And this is someone that is important in the Buddhist religion, of course. It offers spectacular photo opportunities. Spectacular just means really impressive, amazing to look at. If you look at the word, you can see part of the word spectacle, a spectacle or a pair of spectacles. That's what we used to call glasses in the 1800s, maybe turn of the 19th century, right there. Spectacles. It's something that's really amazing to look at. Maybe it's breathtaking, it's spectacular, incredible, stunning. You could use all of those adjectives.
Sounds cool, and you could probably enjoy the hike up there to that marble monument. I don't really think that Taipei has any monuments to speak of. There's the memorial halls in Taipei here, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any actual monuments. There's the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C.
Don't you think there's a monument on the Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall? There's that big statue of him.
Yeah. Oh, so you would call that a monument
I would,
inside of the Memorial Hall. Okay. I'm also thinking of the Democracy Monument in Bangkok itself. It's kind of near Khao San Road.
I haven't seen that.
And I think there's the Monument to Independence in Mexico City, and they're usually tall, kind of spire-like structures. And so that's what a monument usually is, kind of tall and thin.
Or even it could be a building, though, Tom, too. For example, the Freedom Hall, what do we call it? Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, the Freedom Hall, that's a monument as well. So it could be a building or a statue. We've got lots of monuments, for example, in Washington, D.C. Those are the ones that are famous to us, just right off the top of my head. So it's a pretty wonderful, peaceful retreat. You see this word bustling. If something's bustling, it's very lively, it's full of activity, but sometimes it can be kind of noisy, and you just need to be around a more peaceful environment. So you might want to head up there to see the big Buddha.
Indeed, if you're religious, if you like Buddhism, or if you're just a tourist, you can enjoy it as well. Thailand, of course, has lots of images or statues of the Buddha in various shapes and sizes. Some of them are even lying down.
Yeah.
Now, if you're an animal lover, don't miss the Phuket Elephant Sanctuary, where you can learn about and interact with rescued elephants in a safe and ethical environment. So for many years, elephants were used in tourism. If you traveled to Thailand, maybe you could ride an elephant. But the elephants usually weren't treated very well. The owners were quite cruel to them. And nowadays, maybe people are thinking, well, we shouldn't ride on elephants because it's kind of cruel to them. Of course, lots of people still want to. But these elephants were rescued. They were taken away from dangerous situations. Maybe they weren't being taken care of, or they were even abandoned somewhere. People just left them alone in the forest or whatever. So a place where people are protected or where animals are protected is a sanctuary, and this is a safe place for elephants.
I wanted to point out something that has more to do with grammar, but if you look at the part of the sentence right after sanctuary, it says, you can learn about and interact with. If you have a verb that uses a different preposition, this is how you write it, guys. You can't say learn about and interact about rescued elephants. You would have to use the correct preposition with that verb. So sorry about that being difficult, but it's something that you need to memorize, learn about, interact with, and then you can put both those verbs together. And you can do this with rescued elephants in a safe and ethical environment. If you go to the sanctuary, if something's rescued, it's saved from something that's harmful or dangerous, and they've rescued these elephants that used to be treated really poorly, as Tom said.
Right, and of course you mentioned those prepositions, about and with. My goodness, prepositions are really hard, and there's really no general rule. I remember teaching, and someone asked me, why do we use with there instead of whatever? And I thought, well, we just do, I don't know why, we just do. And of course, that's an advantage for you as a learner because therefore, you're going to listen to English more often to find out how it's actually used instead of trying to apply rules and making mistakes here and there. The best part is listening, just like you're doing now to our program.
That's the best way to get comfortable and familiar is just to listen to English a lot. By native speakers, you can hear what they're using. That's really good advice. We're talking about these elephants being treated in a safe and ethical way or in a safe and ethical environment. If it's ethical, it means that it's morally right. It's the right thing to do. It doesn't have anything to do with laws or what's legal or illegal. It's just the best thing to do because it's the right thing to do. It's moral, it's fair, it's just. So for those who enjoy adventure, here are some things you can do. There are plenty of thrilling activities like zip lining and rock climbing. If it's thrilling, it's really exciting. It's full of adventure. It's exhilarating. You could say it's electrifying. It's heart-pounding activity that you can get involved with. I have not yet gone zip lining, although all of my best friends have. And they say it's pretty exciting, but it gets your heart pounding pretty fast. Have you gone zip lining yet, Tom?
Not really. There used to be little zip lines in some parks here in Taipei, but I'm guessing too many kids were getting hurt and they took them all down. I don't think any zip lines exist anymore in small parks.
Safety is number one in Taiwan.
You bet. 安全第一.
That's too bad.
Safety first. But these are some activities that you can enjoy there. I'm sure they have people supervising the zip lines. You wear safety equipment and things like that. It's probably perfectly safe. And you could also enjoy rock climbing where you climb up the sides of cliffs. It's different from mountain climbing. Mountain climbing involves more hiking on trails in the mountains, but rock climbing means you're actually climbing up a rock with special equipment.
Yeah, and it's dangerous.
It's dangerous as well, but I'm sure they're probably going to make sure you're nice and safe. And if you love shopping...
Oh, can I talk about zip lining for a minute?
Sure, yeah. We'll talk about zip lining before we talk about shopping.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what it is, it's a really fun activity. You're riding on a cable from one platform to another, and usually you're way up high in the air. And usually it's located in a jungle or a forest or among trees, and it can be quite exciting. But again, it's very thrilling and it's a little bit risky, I must say. You could fall, but they try to make this as safe as possible, of course, if you're a tourist.
They might offer bungee jumping as well, kind of a similar activity. And again, if you love shopping, you can go to the night markets to find unique souvenirs and indulge in delectable street food. So if you love shopping, a lot of people do. When you travel, of course, you want to bring things back for yourself or for your family and friends. So a good place to find such things is in a night market. They have several there, and they have lots of unique souvenirs. A souvenir is just something you buy in order to remember your trip someplace or to give someone as gifts. I'm not quite sure what good souvenirs for people here in Taiwan are. I know that every time I go back, the souvenirs I take for people are like those little teapots. They're so cute.
If they have something tasty that we're allowed to bring into the country, I choose that because most of my Taiwanese friends love tasty snacks from other countries, as long as they're not too sweet. The ones I bring back from America are usually too sweet. Now, you can also indulge in delectable street food. If you indulge in something, it just means you enjoy it a lot. And it's often viewed as some sort of treat. It's not something you do every day, and you don't have to really worry about limits or your diet. So if you indulge yourself in doing something, you're giving yourself a big treat. And here we're describing their street food as being delectable. It's another word for delicious. It's very pleasing to the taste. You could say it's tasty, scrumptious, mouth-watering, delicious. So those are some things you can do. Now, we've probably come to the middle here, Tom. We're going to take a quick break, listen to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back to talk more about the food.
听众朋友大家好，我是安娜。我们昨天开始带大家到普吉岛，真的好想要去那边放松一下，去 chill 一下，对不对？好啦，昨天提到了这个很多的海滩可以去，不管你要热闹的啦，或者是安静的都可以。除了海滩之外，其实普吉岛还有很多景点呢。其中一个必看的景点就是大佛，有一个真的很巨大的大佛雕像，就矗立在一个山头。我们来看一下今天这个第一段。在第一句的地方他先告诉我们说其实普吉岛还有各式各样的 attractions。那这个各式各样的，我们昨天不是说很多丰富的，有一个字叫做 abundant 吗？那在这里我们再介绍另外一个量词，片语直接3个字抓出来 an array of。an array of 就是呢各式各样的，有非常多的，许多的。接下来的第二句，我们刚刚说的这个大佛这是一个 must-see landmark， 因为它的巨大的雕像的尺寸是大到比我们想象的还要大很多，所以在第二句当中差不多中间的地方，这个形容词的 enormous 它比 huge 还要再大一些。可是后面有一个关系子句简化其实关系子句简化从 sitting 一直到句尾的地方，而先行词就是 an enormous statue， 但是这3个字其实是逗点之前 the big Buddha 是它的同位语，所以说真的它的先行词呢是 the big Buddha 一直到 statue 这个地方都是先行词。好，那它到底有多大呢？基本上这个大佛有45公尺那么高它是一个拍照的景点那如果说你不想要去海滩，然后或者你已经看过大佛，这个时候怎么办呢？好，没关系，还可以到大象的保护区去。所以在第一段的第4句我们来看到这边，这个 animal lover， 如果你是动物的爱好者的话，就可以到大象的保护区，因为在那个地方你可以直接很安全，并且在有道德的环境当中跟大象互动为什么会这么说呢？因为其实几十年前大家到泰国都会去骑大象，有没有？那骑大象其实是非常不人道的，因为大象的脊椎会因为长时间这样子载着这个游客受伤，而且有很多的这个泰国的公司他们就是抓大象，然后来虐待它、驯服它，这样它才会载人。所以现在都不流行去骑大象而是去大象保护区认识大象，然后跟它互动。所以这时候才会出现 safe, ethical environment 这些字眼。那这句要特别挑出来的原因，其实也是因为它有补充说明的关系子句，就是逗点之后的 where 到句尾的地方。那 where 就是在这里，哪里呢？逗点之前的 the Phuket Elephant Sanctuary， 好，这个大象保护区先行词。那当然你还是可以去做一些其他很刺激的活动比如说在第5句提到的zip lining, rock climbing 空中飞索啦、攀岩啦，甚至在泰国其实好像也有夜市，对不对？也可以买很多东西或者是吃小吃。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're going to continue to talk about what you can see and do in Phuket, Thailand. Okay, remember it's in the south part of Thailand. I remember many years ago there were direct flights from Taiwan to Phuket. I don't know if they still have them because I haven't been to Thailand in over 20 years. I don't quite know how travel arrangements work these days. But yes, we've been talking about the various things that you can see and do on Phuket there. You can see the big Buddha and you can enjoy various water activities. You can go to the elephant sanctuary, and then you can enjoy zip lining or rock climbing, and of course you can go shopping in the night markets there to find some really special souvenirs. Now here in the next paragraph, we're talking about food, aren't we?
We are. Before we get to the food, though, you said something that's really interesting and it's also important. It's
I did?
Grammar related. You said on Phuket. So if we're talking about an island, that's great. You can say on Phuket Island. You can say on Phuket if you're talking about the island. You can also say in Phuket if you're just talking about generally what you did while you were there. So just so you know, on is absolutely correct because we're talking about an island. Now, we're moving on to the food. Phuket is described as being a foodie's paradise. Most of you who listen to the program know I love cooking shows and I love chefs, and they're all considered to be foodies. A foodie is someone who absolutely loves food and loves to eat. And usually foodies are ambitious and adventurous. They're willing to try things that most people would consider a little risky or scary or unknown. But foodies like to try new things. They like to introduce new tastes to their taste buds, to their tongues. And so Phuket can be a foodie's paradise. I must admit, I loved all the food I ate in Phuket. And I'm not the most adventurous eater, but I loved their food. It is spicy, so prepare yourselves.
Gotta be ready for that, although you could probably tell them not to be so spicy. Can you make it a little more mild? Make it milder? And again, I did want to say that a foodie would not describe overweight Americans who stuff themselves silly with junk food, okay? A foodie, of course, is very particular about what they eat. They want to try different kinds of recipes.
Gourmet food.
Gourmet food, exactly. So, of course, they probably got lots of gourmet restaurants there in Phuket, and the island is celebrated for its delicious Thai cuisine. Yeah, if you go to Thailand, of course, you're going to eat Thai cuisine, but of course, they'll have other kinds of food there as well. You'll find a wide variety of dishes to satisfy your taste buds. And taste buds, of course, are the little things on your tongue that allow us to taste food. We use this oftentimes when we talk about food. Yes, you can satisfy your taste buds with this food.
Yeah, the taste buds are just bumps, if you use your finger and just place it on your tongue. So don't leave without trying some tom yum soup. It's a spicy, sour Thai specialty. A specialty is a particular food that the chef is known for or a country's known for. A specialty can also be a skill you have or maybe a product that your company produces. So some synonyms, some closely related words might be your expertise, your strengths, our standout product, our specialty. You can use all those things. So this restaurant, of course, or Thailand in general is known for tom yum soup and also pad thai. Pad thai is available here in Taiwan. I get it quite frequently when I get Thai food. It's a classic. You can find it in nearly every restaurant there, but also here in Taiwan, thank goodness. It's composed of stir-fried rice noodles, and it's got the perfect balance of sweet, salty, and sour flavors. Very Asian in nature, how they like to have all of the different tastes together in one dish.
Yeah, that reminds me, if you're eating in a Thai restaurant, they usually give you these condiments, these 4 containers in a special container. I think it's got hot peppers and a hot sauce and sugar and something else. I can't remember.
Maybe something kind of bitter.
But you can season your food the way you want to, so that's a nice advantage of eating in a Thai restaurant. And yes, indeed, you can have pad thai, which is quite famous in Thailand. And for dessert lovers, people who love sweet food, mango sticky rice is a must-try local delicacy that combines sweet ripe mangoes with coconut-flavored sticky rice. Now, when I was in Thailand with a friend of mine, she told me that there are different kinds of mangoes that you could enjoy. The mango that she introduced to me in Thailand was different from the one here in Taiwan. That one was yellow and more sour, okay? But the ones here in Taiwan are very sweet. So maybe they have different kinds of mangoes in Thailand. I'm not quite sure, but this is a delicacy, a special kind of food. I guess you could say it's a specialty. And it has ripe mangoes that have not been cooked, and it's got this sticky rice that tastes like coconuts.
And of course, no visit to Thailand is complete without coconut ice cream. It is quite delicious. Here we're describing it as being refreshing. If it's refreshing, it makes you feel cool, revived. Maybe you've had a hot day and suddenly you get something refreshing to drink or eat, and it kind of perks you up, makes you feel good again. It's a refreshing treat. It's perfect for that hot weather over there. So our final paragraph here sums it up. So what are you waiting for? When someone tells you all of these wonderful things about a particular place or an event or a person, you know, they could say, what are you waiting for? Go experience it for yourself. Don't wait and just read about it. Go do it for yourself. You can pack your bags and get ready to embark on an unforgettable adventure to Phuket Island. If you embark, you get on a ship or a plane and you go off on a journey. It can be quite exciting because you don't know what's ahead of you.
I did want to say, what are you waiting for is often used in advertisements. Hey, we just introduced this Harley-Davidson motorcycle for you. What are you waiting for? Head down to your local dealership and pick one up for yourself.
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for? Head to Phuket, pack your bags, and embark on an unforgettable adventure to Phuket Island, and let the magic of Phuket captivate your senses and leave you longing to return. So if you're captivated, you're really charmed by something, it really casts a spell on you, it's really magical for you, so it will captivate your senses. You'll enjoy all sorts of things. You'll hear all sorts of wonderful sounds and see some great sights and taste some wonderful food. So after you come back to Taiwan, you'll think, oh, when's the next time we can go to Phuket? I can hardly wait.
Yeah, so captivating your senses is what they do very well there. You can see great things, hear amazing things, feel interesting things, and taste delicious food. It's a really good, quick vacation to take. They're pretty close to us, and you might be able to get a better or cheaper ticket there than anywhere else right now. So if you have a chance, I recommend Phuket Island. I think it's wonderful.
Or anywhere in Thailand. Of course, there are lots of beach communities like Koh Samui and Koh Samet and Krabi and places like that. So yes, indeed, there are lots of places to go check out there in Thailand, the land of smiles, as I believe they refer to themselves. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Here comes our Chinese teacher.
不过我们刚刚说吃小吃，哎呀，这个台湾人就是很爱吃啊，所以到泰国真的很棒，因为夜市有很多好吃的东西。说到这个食物的话呢，真的到普吉岛就是对的。我们来看一下第二段第一句 Speaking of food， 这个 speaking of 可以直接把它框起来，也就是说我们要谈一个话题的时候谈到食物通常承接前面有特别讲到什么东西，比如说第一段最后面我们不是有看到 street food 这个美味的街头食物，所以第二段开始承接对了，刚刚我们不是讲到食物吗？说到食物 speaking of food， 那我们平常很熟悉的说，当我们谈到一个主题 when it comes to something 的时候，通常是用来介绍一个新的主题，但是我们看到现在第二段第一句的 speaking of something，通常是前文已经有提到那个主题，我们来承接下来对说到这个食物的话，普吉岛真的是爱好美食的天堂。我们接下来就要介绍什么呢？我们就要介绍泰国的炒河粉，泰式炒河粉，还有除此之外就是通养公，就是这个冬阴汤，好像中文是这样翻的。但是呢，重点不是食物啦，重点在这一段当中有一个很重要的句型，第三句跟第六句我们一定要特别抓出来，它是一个负负得正的强调句型，双重否定的强调句型。比如说我们来看第三句，他说 Don't leave， 不要离开 Without trying， 如果你没有试试 some tom yum soup， 也就是说当我们把 do not 摘掉 without 也摘掉的时候，你是一定要试过冻阳贡才能够离开普吉岛，那就是一个负负得正双重否定， 肯定的，你一定要试一下这个冬阳功哦，才能够离开普吉岛。我们直接看一下第6，它是不是也是双重否定呢？那这个第6句逗点之后 No visit to Thailand is complete without coconut ice cream， 这个时候就是一定要试椰子冰淇淋的时候，没有任何到泰国的参访是完整的。如果没有 without 吃椰子冰淇淋的话，好，言下之意，我们如果把 no 跟 without 抓掉，就变成吃了 coconut ice cream 到 Thailand 的 visit 才是 complete， 它就是所谓双重否定的强调句型。所以中文看你要怎么翻啦。如果你翻成你到泰国一定要吃 coconut ice cream 哦。如果你到泰国的话，你一定要先 try 冬阳功才能够离开哦。那中文你可以翻成一定，可是要记住中文的一定啊，在英文有双重否定这个句型，我们今天就把它学起来。所以大家还在等什么呢？暑假就来安排一下这个便宜的又好玩的又好吃的泰国之旅吧。我是安娜，我们下次见。
That's all the time we have for today, everybody. I doubt you're listening to the program anymore because you've already headed to your travel agents and reserved tickets for Phuket. So enjoy your trip and please join us again next time. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.